This picture is the reason why I'm standing in front of you today. What you see here is the blue blood of a horseshoe crab being extracted and bottled before it's sold to a pharmaceutical company. Now, I wish I could say that this is illegal, but it isn't. Let me explain. Horseshoe crab blood contains a special molecule that's able to bind to a bacterial toxin that causes half of all cases of sepsis, an inflammatory condition that's caused by bacterial infections. Sepsis is the leading cause of mortality in American hospitals today. It's responsible for 25% of global neonatal deaths. And it costs more than $24 billion, $24 billion each year in the United States alone. Now, the main reason for these bleak statistics is the fact that the tools that we use to detect sepsis today are incredibly expensive, time-consuming, or non-specific. And this problem is only exacerbated by the fact that only 50% of adults, even in developed countries, know what sepsis is. This is where we come in. My name is Harshu Musunuri, and I'm the founder of InfalmmAid, a nonprofit organization dedicated to reducing sepsis mortality through a holistic approach, using both innovation and education. Now, the idea for InfalmmAid began as a high school science research project. I was sitting in class, and I just couldn't get the picture of that poor horseshoe crab out of my mind. So I decided to do something about it. I reached out to a local chemistry lab at the University of Washington and told them about my idea to create a synthetic nanoparticle to bind to this bacterial toxin. After 2 years of hard work, I'm happy to say that this nanoparticle is not only able to bind to this bacterial toxin, but it's able to do it at an affinity that's comparable to existing biological assays, including the one that uses horseshoe crab blood, without the need for refrigeration and at a cost that's several times less expensive. But technology is only half the solution. Sepsis mortality cannot be reduced without sepsis awareness. And so in response, we launched our educational outreach program. Now, knowing that elderly patients are particularly susceptible to sepsis because of their weakened immune systems, we started by reaching out to local senior centers and delivering 25-minute information sessions about what sepsis is, how it's diagnosed, and what they can do to prevent it. 100% of our participants have reported that they are more likely to have a conversation with their doctor about sepsis before going into any sort of invasive medical procedure, so that they're more informed about its risks. Now, we've made a lot of progress to date. We've been able to publish our research and also file for a provisional patent on our polymer nanoparticles. But none of this would have been possible without the help of our collaborators at both the University of Washington and the Institute for Systems Biology, whose assistance has been integral to the advancement of our technology, as well as our advisors at the Center for Infectious Disease Research and the Sepsis Alliance. Together, we form a team committed to fighting sepsis. Now, as InfalmmAid looks towards its future, we have two primary goals, including being able to launch our new initiative to fund the creation of a new training video for sepsis first responders in partnership with Sepsis Alliance. We're also looking to obtain an FDA investigational device exemption sometime next year so that we can start testing our technology in clinical care settings. And this is where you come in. We need your funds to be able to expand our outreach program and also launch our new initiative. We're also looking to build a network of sepsis ambassadors, people who have been personally impacted by sepsis in any way, to join our organization and start raising awareness in their own communities. And finally, we're looking to form strategic partnerships with professionals and organizations so that we can start advancing our technology in the coming years. So I'd like to end by asking you to join us as we continue to innovate and educate against sepsis, and hopefully save a couple horseshoe crabs along the way. Thank you.